Hey guys, welcome back again to ojmerge, and we're here with a little bit more content to give you guys some insight, some clarity, and
teach you how to deal with family tensions within intercultural relationships.
Yes.
Family tensions come up even if you're not in an intercultural relationship. In an intercultural relationship, family, tensions may be even more prevalent. Why? Because there are more differences involved. People have opinions about how you two might mesh. And it can really be stressful because boy meets girl, girl meets boy, and let's say, for example, his mom doesn't like you, or your mom doesn't like him. How do you navigate that? Do you proceed with caution, or do you just, wash your hands of it? Because family tensions can create long-term issues. It can be a point of stress for you in your relationship, and it's definitely a reason to consider it. But we want you to consider it in the right way and make sure that you're living for you. And we'll elaborate a little bit on that.
Yes. Well, when it comes down to family has a certain level of expectations for their kids.
Always.
And it's, especially in relationships, in life as well, but relationship is big for them. I think in some family, in some parents, they have certain expectation for their kids. They see what they want them to have, and they would almost want to select that person for you if they have the chance to do so. So whenever you bring a spouse home or bring someone home, then it's always a little iffy, especially if it's someone, from another country or from another culture, like a Jamaican man.
And the problem is, if you don't resolve this problem, before it gets out of hand, if you see smoke, if you see signs of problems to come, let's address that now.
Yes.
Because we don't want to be addressing it 5-10 years in the relationship. You can save yourself a lot of time, frustration, and anxiety if you just address these things early on.
And sometimes that's why an introduction is very important. You introduce your person to your parents just to get those questions out the way. Because sometimes people date for 6-8 months until it starts to becoming serious, and then when the presentation is made, if you value your parents, like that, because some people, it really doesn't matter, but some people really value their parents' opinion when it comes down to relationship.
Of course.
That they start a relationship, they keep it away from their parents. It's now 8 months going on a year, and it's finally the time you build up enough courage to say, well, let me introduce my person to my parents. And then sometimes it doesn't go that well.
Right.
It goes crazy sometimes because parents have their own expectation and they love their kids very much, and in their mind they want them to have the perfect person. Now, how do you tackle that sometimes? How do you tackle that? I would say result is a big thing. And when I say result, I mean your parents don't know what you know. Your parents don't know what you like in a person until sometimes they see the result of certain things happening, or the result of certain things. So I would say, if you value your parents' opinion, or you are one of those persons that, whatever your parents say is gospel, which really and truly your relationship is your relationship, you should be able to navigate it without your parents' help. But just to keep a calm space, depending on your living condition, depending on what type of role your parents play in your life, result speaks a lot of time. Over time, if that person treats you well, do the right things, operate in a certain way that your parents can see that, okay, I think he really loves her, and he really do the things for her that a man should be doing, or she really loves him, that person is a good person, that person is a loving person to her daughter, that person, so those things play a big role. Now, when it comes down to an intercultural situation, sometimes it's even more standoffish. Why? People don't take liking too much to what they don't know. And there are stereotypes around certain things, certain people, especially Jamaicans, when it comes down to, a lot of people. So oftentimes if a woman pick up, speak to a Jamaican man, and the first thing the parents might do is bring those stereotypes out. Like, are you sure this? Are you sure that? It brings a little bit of uncertainty a lot of times. It is your job to communicate to them, to let them know that, look, this is what I want. This man is a good man to me, and that's if he is. You ain't got to sugarcoat it or make up stuff. Just, say it as it is, or bring it across that it is. This man is a good man, he treats me well, whatever it is. And no matter what you tell your parents, for them, they will have to see the results. Very much important. And if over time this man treats you well, do the things for you that a man should do, your parents will see that, and over time, soften up to, okay, I guess he's a good man for her, or I guess I see them progressing, propelling in life, and moving, in the right direction towards certain things. And oftentimes that will take away the problem that parents have with your spouse.
Yeah.
Results.
Yeah, most certainly. And I mean, the biggest thing in any circumstance is going to be just boundaries and respect. If you got those two things,
yes,
it really don't have to be that complicated. Your in-laws or whomever doesn't have to approve on your choice of partner. They just have to respect what you guys have going on, and you just have to have boundaries enough to keep a separation going where they don't feel they can overstep your boundary and begin telling you how to conduct your life. Now things get a little bit convoluted because it's not always the in-laws that's creating family tension. Some people have children that they're bringing into a relationship, and the tension can be, maybe the child isn't feeling your partner, and that's a little bit different than maybe a mom or a dad who does not approve. How should a person navigate that if it's their kid that doesn't?
When it comes down to kids, let me say something to the first point that you give. Yes, boundaries super important, but it all depends on the person's situation. Sometimes that person can't have boundaries due to where they are in life. They might be living in the parents' home. They might be supported by the parents. So it's a little different with situations. No, when it comes down to kids is the most important aspect of two people getting together when kids are involved. Sometimes it's the timing, how you bring these people in when it comes down to the kids. The timing of you introducing your kid to somebody that you're not sure or you want to bring in your life. When it comes down to kids, a lot of time kids won't, a lot of people would say kids don't have the say so in any of that, because adults are adults and their adults are going to do what they do. But it does affect them. It does affect them, and as I said again, it comes back down to what I said before. Sometimes it's result. Kids will be pushed off, and I would expect that if it's a female and a man gets introduced to the household, that means a lot of time that the dad is not present in the household. That doesn't mean this man is coming in to be their dad, but kids see things differently. Kids see a man coming in a household is that they're coming to take their dad's place. And it causes tension a lot of time.
Right.
So as a man, you have to warm that kid up to you. Show that kid that, you can be a friend to them. And, you can be called on, you can be supportive, you can be all of that, a father can be, or a stepdad, since if you have intentions of being with mom for a minute. Because if you get moving also, let's serious. So as a man, it's your job to make those kids feel comfortable enough. And sometimes it's a challenge.
Right.
Because some kids are really, in the beginning, difficult to warm up to anybody that comes inside the household. Now, you have to have patience. Patience will be a big thing in that sometimes, because you have to have patience to go through that phase and tackle whatever problems that comes with that.
Yeah.
Because that child is, or them kids is attached to mom, and however you treat them, and however difficult it is in the middle, it builds a burden on mom to address or to move forward. So it will be something real big, you know, to get them kids to warm up to you and, you know, just bridge the gap to make them feel comfortable that you're there, treat their mom well, do certain things that would, you know, give you brownie points. And as I said again, not that kids dictate who is in mom's life, but they definitely make things easier if you and them are on the same page.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I think that pretty much encompasses what it requires. I mean, it's not necessarily an easy thing to go through, but as O mentioned, you know, patience is a big one. So the 3 takeaways is going to be, you need to require respect. You don't have to like my situation. You don't have to like me. You don't got to like the man or the woman that I'm with. But you're going to respect us when we're in your presence, and we're going to respect you when we're in your presence.
Yes.
Require respect, set boundaries, because the more you set clear boundaries, the less people will try to overstep them. And 3, patience, because it's not an overnight fix, you know. People are entitled to their feelings, and we can't necessarily change the way people feel, but we can extend a little bit of grace and a little bit of patience, because time is the master.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
So I think that's it. So hopefully that helped you, ladies. If you are looking for more clarity in your relationship with your Jamaican man, we invite you to join our Facebook group, Empress Club. We post daily content, so it's a great way for you to, you know, get that support and that motivation and that insight that you need in your intercultural relationship.
Yes.
All right, got anything else for the babe?
Oh, that's about it.
All right, y'all. Short and sweet, but we'll be back. We'll see y'all next time. And in the meantime, like, share, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe.
Most definitely.
We are hosting a free webinar, so make sure you find the link below, packed with juicy, value-packed content that is definitely going to be useful to you in navigating the different things within your intercultural relationship.
And there you have it. OJ Merge.
OJ Merge.
And we are out.
Wow.
Oh.